Welcome back, horror fans. Today, we're venturing into the eerie corridors of the Overlook Hotel with Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, 1980. Based on Stephen King's novel, this psychological horror film has become one of the most iconic and unsettling movies in cinematic history. With Jack Nicholson's unforgettable performance as the increasingly unhinged Jack Torrance and Kubrick's meticulous direction, The Shining explores themes of madness, isolation, and the supernatural. In this video, we'll dive into the most chilling dialogues, break down key scenes, and share some fascinating behind-the-scenes facts that will make you appreciate this horror masterpiece even more. So, grab your axe, because things are about to get terrifying. The Shining is filled with unforgettable lines that have left a lasting impression on audiences. Here are some of the most iconic dialogues from the film.
Jack Torrance, Jack Nicholson. Here's Johnny!
Perhaps the most famous line in the film, delivered as Jack breaks through a bathroom door with an axe. This moment captures the pure, terrifying madness of his character and has become a hallmark of horror cinema.
Jack Torrance, Jack Nicholson. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
This repeated line, typed endlessly by Jack, reveals his descent into madness and obsession. It's a chilling moment that underscores the impact of isolation and mental breakdown.
Delbert Grady, Philip Stone. I'm sorry to differ with you, sir, but you are the caretaker. You've always been the caretaker. I should know, sir. I've always been here.
This cryptic exchange between Jack and the ghostly former caretaker Grady adds to the film's surreal, nightmarish atmosphere, suggesting the cyclical nature of violence and possession at the Overlook Hotel.
Danny Torrance, Danny Lloyd. Redrum, Redrum!
Danny's eerie, reverse chant of murder is one of the most disturbing and memorable moments in the film. The way he delivers it, combined with the tension-building music, makes this scene unforgettable.
Jack Torrance, Jack Nicholson. Wendy, darling, light of my life. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in.
This line, delivered with a terrifying calmness, shows Jack's complete detachment from reality as he threatens Wendy. It's a stark contrast to his earlier demeanor, highlighting his total descent into madness.
Lloyd, Joe Turkel. Women can't live with them, can't live without them.
This casual yet eerie remark by Lloyd, the ghostly bartender, adds a chilling sense of normalcy to Jack's interactions with the supernatural entities in the hotel.
Jack Torrance, Jack Nicholson. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brains in.
This line, said while Jack menacingly approaches Wendy, reflects his transformation from a frustrated writer to a violent, murderous presence.
Wendy Torrance, Shelley Duvall. He's gone completely away from here, hasn't he?
Wendy's fear and realization that Jack is no longer the man she married add to the escalating horror and sense of isolation in the film. Let's take a closer look at some of the most iconic scenes in The Shining and why they continue to haunt audiences. The opening scene and Overlook Hotel. The film opens with breathtaking aerial shots of the Torrance family driving to the Overlook Hotel, accompanied by an eerie, unsettling score. This introduction sets the tone for the entire movie, highlighting the isolation and ominous presence of the hotel itself. The vast, empty halls and labyrinthine layout of the Overlook become a character in their own right, reflecting Jack's mental descent and the pervasive sense of dread. The twins in the hallway. Danny's encounter with the ghostly Grady twins is one of the film's most terrifying moments. As they stand in the hallway, their voices echoing, "Come play with us, Danny, forever and ever and ever." The scene masterfully builds tension, using visual symmetry and disturbing imagery to create an unforgettable nightmare. The "Here's Johnny" scene. As Jack breaks through the bathroom door with an axe, Wendy's terror is palpable. Jack Nicholson's intense performance, combined with Shelley Duvall's genuine fear, makes this one of the most famous and frightening scenes in horror history. The improvised line, "Here's Johnny," adds a twisted sense of humor to Jack's terrifying rampage. The Gold Room and the Ghostly Party. Jack's interactions with the spectral bartender Lloyd and the party guests in the Gold Room blur the line between reality and hallucination. The lavish, yet surreal atmosphere of the party contrasts sharply with Jack's increasingly unhinged behavior. These scenes suggest that the hotel itself is a malevolent entity, feeding off Jack's instability. The final chase through the maze, the climax of the film, where Jack chases Danny through the snow-covered hedge maze, is a masterclass in suspense and visual storytelling. The cold, disorienting maze represents Jack's mental entrapment and ultimate failure. Danny's clever escape, retracing his steps to mislead Jack, highlights his resourcefulness and adds a note of triumph to an otherwise bleak story. To keep your audience engaged, let's explore some fascinating behind-the-scenes facts about The Shining. Jack Nicholson's preparation. To get into the right mindset for his role, Jack Nicholson reportedly ate only cheese sandwiches for 2 weeks, as he found them disgusting. This added to his irritable, unhinged performance as Jack Torrance. The infamous "Here's Johnny" line. This line was actually improvised by Jack Nicholson and wasn't in the original script. It's a reference to the famous catchphrase used by Johnny Carson on The Tonight Show, which adds a bizarre, almost comedic layer to the scene's horror. Shelley Duvall's grueling experience. Shelley Duvall's performance as Wendy Torrance was praised for its authenticity, but it came at a cost. Director Stanley Kubrick put Duvall through extreme emotional and physical stress, filming the baseball bat scene 127 times. This intense process led to real tears and genuine fear, contributing to her unforgettable performance. The Overlook Hotel's design. The Overlook Hotel was constructed as a set with impossible architecture, doors that lead nowhere, windows where there shouldn't be any, creating a subtle sense of unease and disorientation for viewers, mirroring Jack's descent into madness. Stephen King's reaction. Despite the film's success, Stephen King was famously unhappy with Kubrick's adaptation of his novel. He felt that the movie didn't capture the themes of alcoholism and family that were central to the book, and was particularly critical of Nicholson's portrayal of Jack Torrance, which he felt was too crazy from the start. The Shining is more than just a horror film, it's a haunting exploration of madness, isolation, and the supernatural. Its unforgettable imagery, performances, and unsettling atmosphere have cemented its place as a true classic of the genre. What's your favorite scene or line from The Shining? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into iconic films.